Hey, welcome. It's Tuesday night. You know what that means. We're going live with an unbelievable live stream again. It's Vinnie night. It's Vinnie Tuesday nights. And we got our brand new studio built. We're going to go in there right now. So please do me a favor. Be quiet when you get in there. We got a big show tonight. Cassie's joining us. Maybe Vicky's going to join us for a little bit. Either way, it's going to be a great one. Let's get in the studio. Thanks for joining us. That's it. I think we should be live.
Yeah.
I think we're live. I think that worked. I can't really tell for sure. We're gonna see. We're gonna hopefully see that we're live. Cassie, can you say hi?
Hi.
We are here. We're a couple minutes late because we had a brand new intro. Did you like our intro? Yeah, the brand new video. See, you couldn't watch it because you were actually waiting to go live. But I'll show you the video later when we do it.
Okay.
And that we have a great live stream tonight, right? You are very much. What was today for you, Cassie? First day of
No school.
no school. And get messages from Mike K right now. Let's see if we're good to go. Good job. It worked. Beautiful. So we are live. We did our brand new intro. Mike K from K Sound came over. I need you to talk right into the end and don't rub your head on it. Silly goose. So we're at the new studio and we feel good today.
We're not in a new studio.
Well, it is a new studio. Because
that you got like 400 years ago.
okay, you need to not move that. You need to just talk into it. Well, it's new because we had a brand new introduction today.
But that still doesn't make it new.
Well, okay, so we did.
It has new vibes, but
It does have new vibes. You're very right about that. Let's talk for just a second, Cassie. We're going to get you your own podcast, right?
yes.
Okay, and we want you to be like what do we call that? The number one mic, right?
Yes.
First mic.
But Dad, wasn't I always number one?
Well, it does seem to be that sometimes you feel like you are. And
What do you mean feel? What do you mean feel?
well, what I mean.
I am.
Yeah, I know. Let's try now hard to stay on topic. Let's try hard.
The topic is me being a star.
Okay, yeah, I know. That's always the topic. So today was the first day of no school.
Yes.
And you start what grade next year?
4th grade.
What grade do you start next year?
Well, I'm already in 3rd grade. So I'm going next year.
Is that what they say, that when you graduate second, you're already in third? I thought third started when third started.
No.
By the way, your mom is sitting like a weirdo just off camera.
I know. She's acting like she's off camera, but like, look, she isn't.
She's not off camera.
It's on my phone.
We need to get Vicky a third microphone. Mike, can we get Vicky a third mic? Vicky, are you monitoring any of our comments on Facebook? Because that's
Oh, Dad, that was kind of funny. Mike, can we get Vicky a third mic?
yes. So, Cassie, do they say that you're already in third grade? Is that what they're saying?
Well, Dad, at officially 1 o'clock on your last day of school, or 3, whatever,
Right.
you're officially a 3rd grader.
Well, I guess officially you're a third grader, but I don't know if that's really the way we looked at it when we were young. And I think there's entirely too much made of you getting out of second grade anyway. You see people posting ridiculous things like, oh my God, we did it. We made it through second grade. Talking to the end.
It's not that I made it through. I actually had fun in second.
Yeah, right. And can I ask you a question? Was it hard? Was it hard work?
Yeah.
No, it was easy work, right? And by the way, we're going to say hi to some people here because I'm monitoring on the phone. Tom is with us from Pink Dragon. Pink Dragon.
Yeah, and thank
Dominique
Tom.
Russell. Todd Hartpence.
Thank Tom from Pink Dragon for your communion gift.
For your communion gift. Thank Tom.
Thank you for my communion gift.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
We have the Ginsbergs on. Tom Norup is saying poor Vicky. Denise is on, of course. Denise already sending stars, which is amazing. Donna and Paul Hughes joining us tonight. And Todd Hartpence. Yes, Todd, Thursday night you were in. We'll talk about that in a little while. So, Cassie, can I ask you a question?
Hi, Denise.
Can I ask you a question, Cass?
Yeah.
Do you feel like getting through second grade was a major accomplishment or just something you did?
Just something I did.
Right, just something you did. Like even graduating kindergarten, right? Like big deal. Right? It's not a big deal. Let me just say one thing. All you parents that are acting like your child did something magnificent by just getting through kindergarten or first grade or second grade. Hang on. Stop. Stop. If that, you can't. It's not that big a deal. It's nice.
Dad.
Yes.
If some people have a struggle, then it's a big compliment.
You are going to be such a little Democrat when you grow up. Listen to me.
Some people if they have a struggle with school, it is okay. Oh my God, this is a huge accomplishment.
Okay,
That's
what
a
the?
good point.
It's not a good point.
Yes,
Stop.
it is.
No, it isn't.
Because Dad,
It isn't a good point.
Dad,
What?
if they struggle in school, then they get better and better and better through the year, and then it's a big accomplishment for them.
Well, can I ask you a question? Don't you think at some point, if you didn't do the work needed to get out of second grade, wouldn't they at some point just put you in third grade? You couldn't be 15 years old in second grade, right? You'd win every kickball competition.
We barely do kickball.
Well, but you get my point, right? In other words, at some point, even if you can't do the work, they just say, look, you're in third grade next year. Go in third grade and fail there, right? I mean, I think.
I got another bug bite.
All right, okay, talk about what we're talking about. Denise sent 200 stars. Tom Nora, no Democrats. Tabby Brand is watching. Hey, Tabby Brand. So in any event,
sis.
Todd Hartman sent stars. So you graduated second grade. It's a huge accomplishment. What?
So for some people, it isn't. For some people, it is.
What was it for you?
Okay, here, can I say something?
Of course, Vicky.
So one of the things that I wanted to share
Get on the mic.
was, okay.
Stand up. Don't
Well,
be lazy.
it's weird.
Oh, Vicky just graduated to standing up.
Well,
Oh, hang on. Big round of applause to Vicky for
Well,
standing.
this whole setup is super weird. We're all crowded behind our
No, it's
row.
not weird. Mike K did this. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Fantastic. So Cassie said,
Hey, Vic, Dave Kapolsky said hi, a.k.a. Dave the Rave, your Rutgers ticket connection.
Oh,
Cute show.
nice.
Thank you, Dave. Go ahead, Vic.
So Cassie said on the last day of school, she said to me that she was super bummed that school was ending, right? Because you really like school, and what were you going to do now every day? And I have to...
Yeah, I was going to do nothing because that was kind of my thing to do. It was like, I like to...
Get her talking on the microphone. When it's her turn to talk, yeah, twist the mic. Don't be a mic hog.
No.
I like to do fun things with my day. And school was one of those fun things, but now I just have that big gap in my day.
Right, but I attribute that to the incredible teachers like Mrs. Colucci, Colucci, who made this really horrific year super awesome.
Let me say one thing about the village school community and the Middletown Township schools as a whole. Listen, the environment in the Middletown Township schools is very, very good. And I think it's because maybe 6 years ago, the Board of Ed was amazing. And they set about an incredible
When you were on the Board of Ed.
When I was on the Board of Ed, it was great.
The Board of Ed.
My favorite Board of Ed story, by the way, Cassie, listen to the story.
Yeah.
So I get on the Board of Ed, and Madison had a teacher that going into fifth grade. So I got on the board in April, and Maddie starts fifth grade that September. And so I took my vow of Board of Edship in April. In September, Maddie comes home after 3 or 4 days in school and says, what was her name?
It's Mrs. Jimbarski.
Yeah, but she was
She was Miss Strable at the time.
Strable.
Yes,
It was
sorry.
Miss Strable. Thank you. I know it's Jimbarski, but I couldn't remember the maiden name for a minute. So Miss Jimbarski
Yes.
is
It's Mrs.
Yeah.
is Maddie's fifth grade teacher, and Jimbarski was, according to Maddie,
No, it's third grade.
no, this is fifth grade.
Oh, I'm
She
confused.
moved around, and Maddie said, "Oh my God, she's terrible." Blah blah blah. Now the other fifth grade teacher is Mr. Font. So if you looked at those two teachers, Mr. Font is all ice cream and cotton candy and fun. Harry Potter and who cares, but a very good teacher. And Miss Strable is, I'm going to get you ready to get into sixth grade. And Maddie comes home about, third week September.
Yeah.
Dad, you have to fire Miss Strable. I have homework every night, and Mr. Font doesn't give his class homework. Miss Strable has to be fired. You got to go to the Board of Ed and fire her. And I said, well, Maddie, it doesn't work like that. I can't fire Miss Strable. To which she said, oh, great. Why'd you even run for the stupid Board of Ed?
Right, and then who went back after she went to 6th grade, found Miss Strable
Yes.
at the Christmas bazaar and said, "Hey, I just want to thank you because even though it was a really hard year, I loved it. I
Well,
had a great time."
Even
Can
at
I
the
say one more thing?
well, yeah, let me just say one thing. At the end of 5th grade, you got to quiet that dog down. Get that dog out. At the end, oh, good. You come on. At
Wait,
the,
Dad, can I say
yes.
one thing? Different teachers have their different ways of teaching kids.
They do. And Miss Strable was a very regimented teacher. Now, Mr. Font, we'll talk about in a second. We have someone joining us today. Jump in, Maddie Brand. What a surprise visit.
I know, guys. Hello, everybody.
You got talking at the end.
Oh.
You smell fantastic. Is that weird? Is that weird?
Anyway, I will say that it didn't seem fair when Hillary Burns' homework was watching all 8 Harry Potter movies, and mine was analyzing papers when I was 11. So
It is
And
tough.
where do you go to
was
college
tough.
now?
It was
Where do you go to
tough.
university?
yeah, that's true. I go to University of Michigan.
Thank
Go
you,
Blue!
Miss Strable.
Thank you, Miss
No,
Strable.
It's Mrs. Jimbarski, for God's sake.
Sorry.
No, it's Strable.
Well, at
No,
the time,
she-
it's Jimbarski now.
Oh, it's Mrs. Jimbarski now. Yeah, but with her attitude, that won't stay together.
Vinnie.
I'm kidding. Okay. So, Maddie, how are you?
Mrs. Jimbarski is very nice.
Mrs. Jimbarski is very nice. And she goes to your dance studio, right?
Not anymore.
No, not she went to my dance and then she quit and then she went to gymnastics. So when I went back to gymnastics, I saw Emma there.
Okay, it's not gymnastics. Okay, you just got
I messed up on it.
okay, you're out of second
Gym-
grade. It's now.
Gymnastics.
There we
I-
go. There we go. So, Maddie, you have a podcast coming up with me. Okay.
I do. We will be doing a podcast. I run an Instagram account. It's called Good Food and Such. If you haven't seen it, make sure to go check it out. And we have a podcast coming up where we're gonna mix.
Well,
gonna
you're
do
gonna make
something.
stuff.
Yes.
Maddie's gonna, and let me say this, Maddie, and I'm not just saying this because you're on with me. You know, do I have bad coffee breath? We know when Maddie bakes, we're all eating. Vicky, is that true?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
Okay, why can't anybody learn to talk into the
Well,
microphone?
because we're weirdly.
Well, I'm sorry. I saw you guys were talking about me, so I came down.
But we have a lot of people checking out. So we're going to do some things here that are very important. We're going to jump into some big news. And I want to tell you, today's a really big podcast. So we are going to get down to getting Cassie off to bed.
Yeah, Cassie's got to go.
She can
to
stick
bed.
around. Well, you know what? She can stick around. The two of them can stick around for the first news segment because we have some big news, some very big news that occurred. About what? How many weeks ago, Vicky?
It will be 3 weeks ago.
Is it 3
It's
weeks ago?
Yeah, the baby was born on June 2nd.
So June 10th.
June 2nd was
June
the baby
2nd.
was
June
born.
2nd. I can't remember everything. So on June 2nd, Maddie and Cassie became an aunt for the first time.
Oh,
And Tabitha.
No. Actually, it was me, Maddie, then Tabby.
No, it was
No, because I met the baby first.
okay, but in the order of the children, it's Maddie, Tabby, Cassie. Okay, and I do what my mother did. I always mix up names. But so Vinnie, their brother, had a little baby girl, and we're going to show you the baby girl. We have not had the baby girl on the podcast, right? And so this is Vicky and I's first grandchild. There she is. That is my hand that you see holding that. She is just adorable, right?
I will say you have a very feminine hand. You could be a hand model.
Wait, no. That's okay. The hand that you're looking at, that is the
That's
baby's
Mom's
hand.
hand.
My hand, my hand's the
right.
bigger one.
Oh, I got them confused.
That's Mom's
Yeah,
hand.
take a close look.
That's
Okay.
Mom's hand.
Okay, so that's the baby's hand you're looking at. That's feminine, and that works because she is a girl.
She's a girl.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Tabitha has chimed in. Don't forget me. I will not stand for this.
I said Tabitha. I said Tabitha. We have Aunt Maddie, Aunt Tabby, Aunt Cassie, and of course we have Aunt Allie and Aunt Danielle. But right now on the podcast, let's take one more look at that baby. That baby, look. I mean, I don't want to tell you people something right now. That baby is adorable. That baby is adorable. Let's get to some other quick news because we had a big June, right, Vicky? Yeah, we had a very big June. And don't say it yet. They can't see it yet. This is a preview. So in June, What's the matter?
Nothing.
Okay, so in June we've had a second grade graduation,
Well, it's not a second grade graduation.
It's not graduation.
promotion.
She had
It's just a class party. Vinnie.
Well, we got someone out of second grade, and then we had a grandbaby born,
Yeah.
and then we had this happen. Our beautiful Tabitha graduated with honors.
Dad, that actually happened, the baby graduation, then my party.
Okay, it doesn't matter what order we're going. So last Friday, Tabitha graduated Middletown High School South on her way to being a Wolverine. Go blue, baby. Go blue. And so she'll be joining Maddie at the University of Michigan. And Tabitha graduated with how many APs, Vicky?
12 APs.
12 AP classes. Look at this kid one more time. Beautiful, smart, very hip with very cool glasses. This is one of my...
Like me.
Huh?
Just like
She is just like you, but I think you're just like her because she's older. And
no, other way around.
okay, well, the mold was set with Maddie, and it went on and on and on, right through Tabby and Cassie, and I'm sure Aubrey. And so Maddie,
I'm not going to Michigan.
okay, don't interrupt. So now we have Tabitha, who graduated. Let's go through some of the accomplishments, right? National Honor Society,
Spanish National Honor Society.
Spanish National Honor Society,
AP National Scholar.
AP National Scholar. What else?
Right, which the AP National Scholar is actually a pretty big deal because only a couple hundred kids get it a year across the country.
It's even a bigger deal when she sleeps through every single one of her classes.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, Tabby.
For the last 7-8 months, Tabby sleeps or surfs during her classes.
You are right, Maddie.
She does put her camera on while she physically leaves. Not only does she not even have the, at least when you're sleeping, you can at least wake up to the class.
Yeah.
When you're out in the ocean, you really can't do much there.
Well, you know what? The one day she left her class and said, "Listen if they call my name." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, just listen for my name." I said, "What am I supposed to say?" And then another time she was playing dad in a game of backgammon while the class was going on upstairs. And I said, "Tab, are you in class?" And she said, "Uh-huh."
This is one of my favorite stories. So I was picking her up at the beginning of the pandemic. Or no, it couldn't have been pandemic because I was picking her up from school. So whatever she was doing, she was on her phone in the car. And I tried to talk to her and she said, "Wait a minute." And she's, doing something on the phone. And I go, "All right." And I wait a second. And then you can see she stopped doing what she was doing. And I said, well, I asked whatever I was asking, and she ignored me again, and she started doing something. I go, "What are you doing? I am not an Uber. Speak to me while I'm here driving you." And she goes, "Dad, I'm doing my chemistry homework." And I go, "When did it start?" She goes, "Just now." It was done in seconds.
Yeah, well, she just chimed in too. She said, "Guys, it's been 4 years of me sleeping."
So
It has been. It's been 4 years of Taba sleeping through high school.
Yeah,
So we got it
unbelievable.
through.
It was
Number
even
15 in the
before
class, everybody. Number 15.
It was before COVID, I have to say. My favorite thing that I've ever seen was I was going upstairs, and I didn't know Tabby was in class. Well, no, I knew Tabby was in class. I wanted to ask her a question, I think. I walk in, she's fast asleep, and I hear her class, and I'm like, "What is that?" It's her class.
It's amazing. And I watch all three of the girls, and I go, okay, I was never that smart. Not like that. And I said, okay, now Vicky was smart.
You're so full of it, Vinny.
No, I was never smart.
You are so full.
You're fishing for compliments.
Yes. He really is, Cass. Like, come on.
No, I'm smart at business. What?
You're trying to reel in the compliments.
No, I'm not reeling in compliments.
You're trying to, though.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm smart at business maybe, but not necessarily smart the way Maddie, Tabby, and Cassie are. Cassie, I saw you do something on the soccer field recently. Blew my mind. Andrew Sigmund, thank you for the stars, by the way. Todd Hartbents, thank you for this comment. Dave Kapolsky, go Rutgers. Yes, Dave, go Rutgers. I am a Rutgers guy. Denise Hofstell, thank you. I say your name wrong. Hostfeld, Vicky? Is that Sharon Murphy. Sharon Murphy, you'll be pleased to know. Tell Malcolm that Cassie is joining a long line of female soccer players here at the Brand household as well. Okay, so we've got some comments going. Rich Sheets wants us to book Terry Fader. I would love to get Terry Fader at the club. And yes, Dave Kapolsky, your young daughter is like a mature adult. Mind you, Madison, he was not talking about you. Maddie, you look like
He's talking about me.
Not facially, but with the hood. You look a little bit like Lord of the Rings today. Lee, thank you, Lee, for the stars. Big star night so far. We have more stuff to get into here. Maddie wrote, Miss Strable, if you see this, I'm sorry. And listen, I got to tell you something. Her first name is Sarah.
Yes.
And you know,
wonderful.
we started saying this before. The village school has great personnel.
Every teacher I had whipped me into shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, every teacher
And dig with Miss Strable.
Come up here.
I was so afraid of her.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If Miss Strable were in the kitchen, would you clean the blender when you're done using it?
Oh, I would definitely be cleaning that blender. Every time I'd be cleaning that blender.
Yeah, I gotta get Strable or Jim Barsky to clean that blender up. I love the new principal. I love Mrs.
You love Mrs. Zupancic and the
Zupancic.
new
Zupancic, I love.
Zupancic and the new.
I forgot to tell you guys.
Go
On
ahead.
the last day of school, was it the last day of school? I think it was. Miss Zupancic came to our school.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah, I think it was the last day.
Good.
And she did the announcements.
Hi, Atlanta Hall. I'm saying hi to some people that are talking
and
because I'm
Mom-
monitoring things too.
And Mom, I'm kind of mad at you because Abby was right. They announced my birthday on Friday.
Okay, so can we make
I wasn't
Yeah.
there.
now? We
Yeah.
have to make an announcement, and then I
Yeah.
have to get you gone.
Yeah.
and then you come back and we talk something.
Right.
So one of the things that we have to announce is that Thursday night we're doing Vicky and Vinnie live from the club
That's right. We're back, baby.
with our very good friend
We're
Joey
back.
Cola.
I'm so excited to work with Joey Cola.
Joey Cola, why
have
are you
him at the
excited to
club.
work with me? Joey Cola, Joey Cola is a hammer. He's going to hammer that show. Maddie, can you come up to the show Thursday night?
I potentially will be in Las Vegas.
This is why I should be included in family meetings. What do you mean you're going to be in Las Vegas? When did that happen?
I might be going to visit my friend Jess Mazza, my good friend.
Talk into the microphone for a minute.
I'm going to visit my friend Jess Mazza.
Can I ask you a question?
I think.
Who did you talk to about this?
Mom said that I could just go.
Okay, but wait.
It wasn't even really a second thought.
Okay, I have to ask one thing, Vicky. Don't you think?
That you should at least try to be safe with your child.
Oh, thank you, Mike. More gain on Channel 1 is not bad. Okay, let me just say one thing, Vicky. As a parent, what you need to understand is that the dynamic is that there are two parents at all times. And so you have to come to me. Now, look, she's 21. She could say, I'm going to Vegas.
Well, I mean, listen, our house is very similar to the U.S. government. I'm president, you're vice president. So while you could veto something if you got the votes, I can really just override you. And given that I'm president of our household.
Yeah. It really, well, it also doesn't work in your favor that you have so many daughters, I would say. I think that we all tend to gang up on you sometimes.
Thank you for admitting that, because let me tell you something right now. I have been ganged up on in this house, and I am done with it. You're on camera. Okay, you're on camera. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Yeah. You're on camera. Don't be whispering secret messages.
Oh, even right there.
I know.
We go behind this. Dad, you know what? I will say, I'm sorry to tell you this. This is a true story. My father used to have so my dad, you're 80% deaf, 80% deaf. Now, when he didn't have these new hearing aids, it was wonderful because my sisters, my mom, we would talk about him right as if you were not even there.
Right in front of me.
Yeah, as if we were not there. If we didn't want our dad to know something, you know, we didn't, as long as he was about 2 feet away, we were in the clear. But then, you know, now this
It's so
this mother trucker gets new hearing aids. He can hear like sonic hearing. And he can even accept calls when the hearing aids are Bluetooth. So we'll be, you know, me and my dad will be sitting in the kitchen. You know, we're not normally talking, but if we were, that's nice. But if, you know, if it's a normal day, we're normally not. And he'll just be sitting there and, hello? Blah, 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 blah. And you have no idea who he's talking to because they're Bluetooth. So it kind of ruined us because now we can't talk about you.
Let me tell you what's even worse is that now that I can hear things, there are things I don't want to hear. And they once you hear them, once you hear them, I can't do anything to unhear them. Mike, I just pushed it up. Let me know if it's better. And so we got to get on to the next part of this because we were on for 23 minutes already.
Cassie's gonna go upstairs with Maddie.
Now, wait, before both of you go. So, Cassie, your podcast starts, I think, on this Thursday. We record our first one, just the Cassie show.
yeah.
Okay. And, Maddie, when is your show? When are we doing your show? I want to schedule.
I can do tomorrow.
You can do tomorrow?
Oh no! Mine goes first.
No, tomorrow because Maddie might be going to Las Vegas, which I didn't know about. All right, so listen, I'm gonna cut Cassie and Maddie loose. Say goodnight, girls.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
And make sure to watch our podcast tomorrow with good food and such. And if you haven't already, go follow that account on Instagram. It would mean a lot to me. Everything is
And
healthy.
Let me say this about good food and such. I am not kidding you. The best and healthiest food ever. Normally healthy food is awful, but your healthy food is amazing. Like this is going to be a business thing. And I don't even know where you assemble it all, but I can tell you this, incredible. And the baked stuff, boy, you could eat and not feel guilty. So good food and such, recording tomorrow. And Cassie, what is your podcast? What are we going to do? We're going to cover...
So I'm kind of just talking on my own.
Talking, just winging it, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll get some subjects together.
Also, I have to say, I'm Maddie's judge of it all. So you know how she's a good cook? It's because of me. I tell her if things are bad.
Cassie, it is your world. I'm simply just living in it.
And you're only hanging on by a thread in Cassie's world. We're all invited and only hanging on by a thread.
Only hanging on by a thread.
I'm trying to shake you off.
Yeah, you are. You think you can replace my character? You think it could be easily replaced?
Yeah, Maddie.
You think you're casting
I'm
someone
like
else?
famous in this world, so like I can snap my
Are you seeing
fingers.
other actors? Are you
Cassie,
seeing other actors?
Maddie has a very big Instagram account. You gotta catch up. Listen, I'm gonna say goodnight to you two girls.
go
You
best.
rock out of here, Vicky. Stay with me.
Good night. I
Bird.
love you all.
Love you.
Good night.
Go check out the podcast tomorrow.
Love you.
Go.
Come on,
Go.
baby.
Thank you.
I can't get out.
I know.
I have to be honest with you, people.
Barricade.
Okay, come on, stop.
What should I do with her?
Go. So what I have to say is, this is why I like talking, getting things straight. Come on, I can still hear you. Get out and be quiet. What I got to tell you is, when I started the podcast, I didn't mind inviting someone in. Mm-hmm. What I do mind is being shoved off of my own microphone, and then I'm just hanging on by a thread. I mean,
know.
it's literally ludicrous.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and I
it was a
mean,
good time.
the way I feel about it, I enjoy doing them with them. I think they all need their own cast because there's too much going on.
Yeah.
Way too much going on. So let's announce. Hey, Thursday night, Denise is asking what time the show
Oh,
is.
it's a 7:00 show.
I thought we said 7:30 show.
7:30. I don't know. You
Yeah,
just booked
7:30
it.
show, and we'll have a blast with that 7:30
And
show.
my parents are going to be there. My mom and stepfather are coming for the show. I'm so excited.
And I
First time that they've seen it live.
I think it's gonna be great. I think you can talk without pulling it toward you.
I don't know. I'm like, this is awkward. Like the whole thing is so awkward.
It's not awkward at all. Just
I'm
talk.
super
You
awkward.
pulled it forward like a 1950s crooner.
I don't know.
Just pulling the mic in.
Yeah.
So, Vicky, let's talk just for a second about the big show we have coming up in Bridgeport next week. Because that big show just happened in New Brunswick.
Yeah.
And this is someone that has been very, very good to us in our career, a good friend of ours, and an amazing career. And by the way, I want to correct one thing. I left one comic out of the list of people that have helped me in my career. Inexcusable that I forgot Jim Brewer.
Oh, yeah.
Jim
Jim Brewer has
Brewer
been a good friend to you.
Has more than just a comic, more than just a friend, really just a great guy, great family guy.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to know that Jim Brewer has been amazing to us as a family, as entertainers, everything. Now, up in Bridgeport, what is it, Tuesday, Wednesday?
I think so.
This Tuesday, Wednesday, up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, great show. Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, everyone, she is as gracious comes.
Yeah.
She is lovely. She really just is such a warm person that, like, off stage, she's just such an incredible soul.
You know, it's funny you said that because one of my big pet peeves is comics. And you'll excuse me saying this, and if you are a comic and you think I'm talking about you, it's time for a gut check. Some comics just become the least fun person to deal with. They get their head swelled up and they become, what's the word I like to use? Assholes. They become assholes. And I love all comics, and they're all nice to me. But, you know, we have a story happened many, many years ago. I think we could tell the story, right? About Gallagher, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And this is what I mean by being nice and being nice when it matters, right? In other words, and what I mean by that is if you're being nice in a moment because you know we're about to pay you or do something for you or put you in one of the clubs, well, you know, you're being nice. But if you're being nice because you're just a good person, that's a different thing. Now, I've seen Wanda interact with people that cannot help her, me being one of them. I mean, I can't help Wanda's career at this point.
Right.
I can't help Jim Brewer. I can't help Norton or Voss or Colin Quinn or any of the people that helped me. But they were nice to me before I could help them. They're nice to me now.
Yeah.
They're good people. Now, we had Gallagher 2 book, Gallagher 2, which we told this story once before. And forgive me, hey, Dad, I would not curse because I'm on this. Cassie, very good. Yes. So what I'm saying is that we had Gallagher 2. Now, Gallagher 2, and I told the story once before, those you didn't hear, Gallagher 2 was Gallagher's brother. And he was a nice guy. Never had a cross moment with him. But he had a cross moment with you. Tell the story.
Well, I mean, it wasn't necessarily a cross moment. It just really showed his character. So for that show, I was wearing just a Stress Factory t-shirt.
Right.
Because for those shows.
I know many of people thought at that point in time that we both were just doing every part of the business. So we never carry ourselves like owners.
No. So at the time, when Gallagher 2 would come in, we would have to cover everywhere with plastic. And everyone would wear just Stress Factory t-shirts and shorts because you knew whatever you wore was going to get ruined. And Gallagher walked in and he was carrying a bin and
Gallagher 2,
yeah. And he was carrying a bin, and I said, oh, you know, can I help you? And he barked at me, and he was extremely rude to me. And he said, yeah, here, take this. And then one of our waitresses walked in with her 3 kids in tow. She was waiting for her ex-husband to come pick up her kids. And he turned to me, and he goes, is that Vinny's wife? And I go, no, I'm Vinny's wife. And without missing a beat, he said, oh, well, if I knew you were Vinny's wife, I would have been nice to you.
Yeah, which listen, Ron Gallagher was a nice guy. Never had a cross moment. But that moment told me something about the guy. Like, listen, I think I'm nice to everybody. Mm-hmm. I think. And if I was nasty to you someday, you definitely deserved it. because of course I have my moments. But some comics come into an environment and they carry on.
Right. Well, and then his brother came several years later.
Yes.
And it was Gallagher 1, or just Gallagher.
And
at that time, Maddie and Tabby were, I don't remember how old, but young. Like, I want to say like 11 and, 8, right? And he does his whole act where he smashes watermelons, he does everything, and it's a really nice family-friendly show. So Vinny says to him, "Oh, I'm going to have my kids come tomorrow, and we're going to bring my nieces, and we're going to bring some friends' kids. Is that okay? Are you all right with that?" Because I swear to goodness, the Thursday night he didn't curse. He was really clean as a whistle. He assured me, yes, that would be very nice if you brought your kids. Very nice. So we tell my sister-in-law, Lori, to bring her kids. We tell our friend Maureen and Jerry to bring their kids. Rob and Phil to bring their kids.
And Maureen and Jerry are buttoned down, like together parents. Like some parents are smoking and drinking, and the kids are like, "Mom, Dad, calm down." Jerry and Maureen are buttoned down together parents.
Right. And I just want you to know we're getting heckled right now by our 8-year-old on the live stream. So
I'm getting heckled by Cassie.
Yeah, we are. That's what I just said.
Maddie's giving me the up there on that. Good.
Yeah. So we bring everybody to the show, and he starts using expletives that are just so out of control, and he won't stop. And he's, directing them at the children. It was probably the most mean-spirited thing I'd ever seen, to the point where, we had to, usher everybody out. I'm not going to say what he said, given that Cassie is listening.
Cassie's watching. And
Cassie's
we don't know
watching.
who else is watching. Mike K's kids might be watching.
Yeah, so I won't.
It's the family podcast, Vicky.
So, but the expletives directed right at 9-year-olds, 11-year-olds. It was something that it's like in a bad movie that you would say. It was so embarrassing.
It really was. And Paul Forsman, who was at that time married to my sister, who good guy, but not a fun guy. Not a fun guy at all. And
fun and Paul never go hand in hand.
Paul was not fun.
Yeah.
And he comes up to me and he goes, you told me it was a clean show. I mean, I'd hate to see a dirty show. And I'm like, all right, leave me alone. By the way, Lana Hall, yes, sometimes it does go to their head. And Harry Turjanian says he's never heard a nice story about Gallagher. I have some good stories about Gallagher. They were okay. I have a beef to pick with you, Vicky. I have a beef. I want people to pay attention to this beef. So Father's Day was Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Father's Day was Sunday.
All right.
And let me tell the story. And listen, I think as dads go, I have to be in the top 50%. Have to be. I mean, I've sacrificed damn near everything. Father's Day was 2 full days ago. And to this very second, I don't even have a Father's Day card.
Okay.
Wait, now, I want to tell you something. Mother's Day, I went out of my way, got you beautiful gifts, all of which you've returned.
I did, every last one of them.
It doesn't matter. I gave you gifts on Mother's Day. And you're like, Father's Day? Because I worked Father's Day night. Derek Stevens, who has 2 kids.
I worked Mother's Day.
You have no business talking right now.
I worked Mother's Day.
You did, but you worked Mother's Day. You had a beautiful steak dinner. I came in. I spent it with you. Here's Vicky on Saturday. I'm coming in. I'm going to spend the night with you because you're so good. Now, I came in Saturday night at 2:30 in the morning. I woke up early Sunday morning because it's Father's Day, and I know the kids want to be with me. And there were 2 nice posters that were made, and pictures of me, which was nice. And that's it. Then we're going to go on the boat.
We did go on the boat.
We go on the boat. The minute we get on the boat, we have to be back at the dock exactly this time because Tabby's got plans, Maddie's got plans. That's not Father's Day. That's every other day.
Tabitha had to work, and Maddie had a group project. And on top of it, we did get you gifts.
Hi, Vinnie Vaughn.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You just described Sunday. Father's Day. This is what Father's Day should look like next year. You got a year to plan this.
Okay.
I wake up. There's a beautiful breakfast made.
I did make a beautiful breakfast.
No, I woke up and you had to go get breakfast.
Bullshit.
Watch your language on a family podcast.
Taba set her alarm and was the first person at Gem Bagels to get the best bagels for you.
Okay, did you or did you not say? Tabby did. Tabby went to the wall. Did you or did you not say, I'm going to make you beautiful bacon and egg breakfast. Did you say those words?
No, I would never.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
You definitely said.
I don't. I would not.
Every father on the planet wants bacon with his eggs on Father's Day. Every single one. Even Muslim fathers, Jewish fathers, kids that talk with pops, all of them. If I could sing the song, I would. Every father wants bacon on Father's Day. And I didn't get bacon. I got egg whites. Egg whites.
It's healthier for your heart.
It doesn't matter who wants to live when you don't even get a card. So, no gift. To this moment, no gift. Now,
That's not true.
Wait a second. Let me just finish. Now, one of us, I'm not saying which one, is addicted to chocolate. I'm not going to say which one. I'm not going to say that if you go into Susie's Sweet Shop in Middletown, New Jersey, and order chocolate-covered Oreos, chocolate-covered pretzels, milk chocolate only, and milk chocolate graham crackers, that Susie will look at you and go, hey, so-and-so staying here? Because it ain't Vinnie that they talk about. Now, you get me chocolate, which is nice. No gifts were exchanged, no gifts given. Very little time, and then I worked Father's Day night. And then last night, we're watching 22 minutes of television is what I get. And Vicky goes, do you want your Father's Day chocolate? I go, I don't want chocolate. Not now. It's too late at night. And this is her face. Whoa. I mean, we should have some of the chocolate. I go, wait, it's Father's Day chocolate. Then she brings out a bag that she got me for Father's Day. If I ate all that chocolate, I would need a new pancreas.
I could polish that chocolate off in 3 days.
I know you could. But what is your excuse for right to this moment not having said to the children, listen, do you think I work hard?
Oh my God, very hard. I did a very nice Facebook post for you.
Wait a second. Wait.
I did.
No, you're not. You don't get to say I did a nice post and that counts. Do you think I'm in the top, what percentage? As a father and husband.
Top.
Donna
top.
Hughes is watching. Donna, would you trade me for any other husband for your daughter? Just yes or no, Donna. A simple yes or no, because I know you're watching. Would you say to Vicky, I saw this guy, Bip. I saw Bip at a bar in wherever and trade your daughter's husband, would you? And Maddie said, you did not get me jelly beans, said Cassie. Okay, Cassie didn't get jelly beans. Tabby Brand did go to the wall. Maddie Brand is giving me the Cassie blow by blow. So I'm not winning. Donna, would you trade me? Because Vicky, would you trade me?
No.
Okay, so what's the gig?
Okay, we just haven't all been in one spot, and I wanted to have a nice moment before I gave it to you.
Vic, the idea behind a day for a person is that you say, on this day, it's about you. Okay, it's not, hey, we're going to have a moment about you when it's convenient for all of us to be here. Okay, listen, I love you more than anything in the world. I tell everybody, I married the best partner in the world. Okay, I love you more than anything in the world. And let me ask you a question, Vicky.
Yeah.
What the hell is your excuse on this one?
I told you.
But we'll have a little of that chocolate tonight.
Yeah.
It's time for a quick story about the club. This has been a really fun podcast.
Yes, and then we better wrap up.
Vicky's on a schedule.
I am on
will
a
wrap up
schedule.
because we have more to do.
Yeah.
So, Vicky, I always think of some little story to tell at the club. Mm-hmm. And we've told a lot of good stories.
Yeah.
And Lana Hall said, oh, it's nice. It is nice. If you guys do me a favor and go to the YouTube channel, we're streaming this live on YouTube as well. And that's very big. And we have a couple of things that you need to know about. Not only will Cassie have her own podcast, not only will Maddie have a podcast. I'm going to try and convince Tabby to do one. And Vicky and I will podcast. There'll be the Tuesday night live stream. But we've convinced Mike K to do a podcast. I think will be fascinating.
Yeah.
Mike and Ted, who are my two favorite characters from K-Sound, Mike is brilliant. When it comes to sound and lighting and video, he's brilliant. And I've convinced him to do a podcast and share a little of that information with the world because it's a lot. It's a lot. And so I think it's very important that He's sharing a bit of that.
Yeah.
So we have a couple podcasts we're going to produce. We'll create our own little network,
Yeah.
if you will. We're going to get a couple sponsors. So if you're interested in sponsoring us, and it won't be a big money thing. I mean, we're not really worried too much about money. It's been a long pandemic, but we've kind of gotten through it. And so we're surviving. But I do appreciate all the stars. I do appreciate all the help. What? Move it along? Okay, so we have some podcasts coming. Here's a story about the club that I think you should know. So do you want to tell? I don't know if I could tell that one story.
I think we need to wait for that story to say on Thursday, because then not everyone will be on the live stream.
Okay, so Thursday.
We'll tell it on Thursday. So on Thursday, we're going to do our show.
Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night we'll do our show.
And I'd like you to join us. Listen, if you're on this, I want you to do 2 things for me. I want you to share this video. Won't take you long. Please go watch the hour special. We're doing very well. I think we're over, I think it might be 10 or 12,000 views, and I haven't promoted it at all. So help share that video out there. That'd be very important for us. It's called Yell Dirty at Me. It's on Facebook. It's free. Watch it. I'll tell you right now, it's the best hour on the pandemic that's out there. I just recorded the album at my friend's club in Philadelphia, Helium Comedy Club. Helium Comedy Club chain, fantastic club. I just recorded the album. That'll be going on Sirius and Raw Dog and all that stuff very, very shortly. So I love those guys at Helium for helping me out there. And so we're going to wrap it up. And let's get out of here. We'll tell a great story Thursday night. Please join us Thursday night. Joey Cola.
I'm so excited to have. I haven't seen Joey Cola in so long. I'm so excited.
Joey Cola has
the
always.
nicest guy.
I will just tell you very short. I remember watching Joey Cola like it was yesterday for the very first time. He was doing The Painter. I want to say Bob Vila, but it's not Bob Vila. That put some flowers over
Ross. Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. He did a Bob Ross bit that sent the crowd into an absolute frenzy. But it was after 45 minutes of hammering the audience, of just getting incredible applause. And then, of course, at that point, I became a Joey Cola fan. We've been a Joey Cola fan ever since. So Thursday Night Live, big shows coming up at the club. Go to stressfactory.com for the information. Wanda Sykes in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
And we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to punch out of here tonight. I hope I had to stop the stream, Mike. Thank you, Mike K. Thank you, all star senders.
Thank you.
Thank you, all watchers and fans and whatever. Congratulations to the beautiful, beautiful, and talented Tabby Brand. One more quick shot at Tabby at graduation. God, I love that picture. Congratulations to my son and Jennifer for the beautiful birth of Aubrey, our first grandchild. And you guys have made us very, very happy.
I also have to say one thing, too. Maddie started her internship at Trintas Hospital, and I'm super proud.
Oh.
Yeah, super proud.
I forgot.
Yeah, she's working. It's 2 different things that she's doing. One, she's working with little kids, and she with occupational therapy, and then she's also working in the ER.
In the ER, in surgery, right?
I don't know if it's surgery.
Whatever it is, Maddie Brand continues to light the world on fire. And thank you all. We love you all. We're punching out. We'll see you next Tuesday Night Live, everybody. Ba, 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 ba.
All right. Goodbye.